Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom. Friday, March 7th. Here come the Turnpike Troubadours.
Good Lord, Lord, I love you. Could it go more wrong?
Oklahoma's Turnpike Troubadours with Chris Knight.
And gin, and smoke, and light.
Voted Best Live Performance in Country Music in 2013 by SCM.com.
No, she's every girl I've ever known.
Friday, March 7th.
Whole damn town's in love.
Great music, great fun. The Turnpike Troubadours.
Anybody ever told you sure cried pretty?
Turnpike Troubadours.
And then we all get to heaven before the devil knows we're dead.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online, thecotillion.com. Go to The Cotillion on Facebook or use the Cotillion iPhone app available on iTunes. 50-plus years of musical fun, the Cotillion Ballroom.
And gin, and smoke.
Friday, March 7th, Turnpike Troubadours.
Hey, shh. Listen. Do you hear that? It's your heart. Chances are you take that precious sound for granted. And if you're like a lot of Americans, 1/3 to be exact, you're not doing anything to prevent heart disease. So what if a cardiologist told you exactly how best to love your heart? Would you listen then? Go to clevelandclinic.org/loveyourheart and learn what really matters and what doesn't when it comes to that lovable heart of yours.
Live entertainment with that West Coast flavor at the Cotillion Ballroom. The Real G. Entertainment icon, the D.O.G.
So much you thought I was a DJ.
Nobody rocks the house like Snoop Dogg.
D.O.G. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get lost.
See Snoop Dogg, hear the Lion reincarnated. Sunday, February 23rd at the Cotillion Ballroom.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online at thecotillion.com. Use our Facebook page. Charge by phone 316-722-4201. Get the Cotillion iPhone app on your iPhone. 50-plus years of iconic entertainment with the D.O.G. Snoop Dogg. Sunday, February 23rd. Doors open at 7, show at 8.
The newest way to get heard, the newest way to get noticed in the Wichita and Central Kansas scene. It's KansasHipHop.com. You can sell your music in the store.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Sell your music in the store on KansasHipHop.com.
Also, post your videos and have your audio heard by millions.
KansasHipHop.com.
Social promo as well using hashtags.
KansasHipHop.com.
Check out the KSHH Mobile Text Club. Stop sitting in front of the social media and hop on KansasHipHop.com.
Are you out of work? Are you looking to make a lot of money on the internet from the comfort of your home? I have consistently made over $30,000 every month for the past 8 years. I have received daily $900 payments, $1,800 payments, $3,000 payments, and even $10,000 payments. It's fun, it's easy, and beginners are desperately needed right now. Sign up today at www.pcmteambuilder.com/Coupon Joe and make potentially $30,000 a month just like I did. Again, the website address is www.pcmteambuilder.com/Coupon Joe.
April 27th, Wichita, Kansas. Get ready. The world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience is going to be broadcasting live as live can get at 101 North Rock Island in Wichita, Kansas. Get more information at jiggyjaguar.net. Also, kjagradio.com. We will be broadcasting live as live can get. Lots more details coming soon. A huge, huge live broadcast of the Jiggy Jaguar Experience 427 in Rock Island in Wichita. You've heard us play unsigned artists every single weekend on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience on TalkRadioX.com and Radio Xenu and 50-plus stations across the U.S. and Canada. Now you can be our featured artist of the day. Send us an email, kjagradio@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/KJagRadio, or find us online at kjagradio.com. You could be our next artist of the day. Submit your music, your bio, and your information today at kjagradio.com.
Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Here is Jiggy Jaguar.
Coast to coast, border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Yes, indeed, there he is. There's Jigman Freud. We did some spring cleaning yesterday. As you can see, right directly, if you're watching us on the Ustream, over this shoulder, what's this? That shoulder, see that monitor right there? That monitor right there. Oh, it's going to get fun, kids. We want to thank our good friends at Rock Island Live. Thursday, we did a fantastic live remote from Rock Island. We're going to have the footage. We mixed in some other camera angles, various things. We're going to have that available on our website at kjagradio.com very soon. In fact, this week. Coast to coast, border to border, we're going to talk to Dr. Darrell Green today. Also going to be chatting with our Libertarian Party of Kansas candidate. There it is. We did some spring cleaning, and when we did the spring cleaning, we threw out all my vocabulary. Tressa will be with us today. Also, we are expected through that door here in a few moments, Mr. David Vidal, potentially. Also, Ryan from the Cotillion may make a he'll be here at the top of the second hour. Waiting on Israel as well. So who knows? But it's going to be a fun, world famous Jiggy Jaguar experience. Also going to be chatting with the band 3 Years Hollow today. And, in fact, we're going to do that here in just a few moments. I pre-taped an interview with them about a week or two ago. They are going to be live as live can get, ladies and gentlemen, at, they're going to be coming through on a big Kansas tour. Yes, indeed, they're going to be part. By the way, if you want to go to our chat room, it's radiozenu.com/chat or /TXT-chat or talkradiox.com/chat. And 3 Years Hollow is going to be coming through the great land of Kansas. I don't know why they're coming through Kansas. Why would they come through Kansas? Why are they coming to Kansas? They're desperate for some money. That's why they're coming to Kansas. Saving Abel in concert with Blacklight District and 3 Years Hollow, along with local Wichita band Shiner, is going to be part of a big concert Thursday, February 27th at 7 p.m. in the Muse Ballroom in Salina, Kansas. 1700 West Beverly Drive. And tickets are available at Bob's Pawn Shop, CD Trade Post, the Muse Ballroom. $20 in advance, $25 day of, and $35 VIP. Ticketstorm.com is the best spot to go check out. They're going to have an artist meet and greet. It's going to be just absolutely amazing. And we're going to have our team, Metal Mom and James Brockaway, on site for the meet and greet. Because, of course, we're not allowed into the Muse Ballroom because of Johnny Kim. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll go get our stuff somewhere else, kids. And the show starts February 27th, and it's going to be a Thursday, 7 p.m. We're about 2 weeks away. So if you want to get your tickets, you need to do it now. We're going to take a time out here. We're going to chat with 3 Years Hollow, an interview I taped with them about a week and a half ago. It's right now here on Radio Xenu and TalkRadioX.com. Maybe. Welcome back to the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Show, coast to coast and border to border all over the World Wide Web. We've got Jose with us today from 3 Years Hollow. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, man. Relaxing at home.
Now let's talk a little bit about the big tour coming up. You guys are going to be going on a fantastic tour. Let's chat a little bit here. Tell me a little bit about the tour.
Basically, we've been out with Blacklight District and Saving Abel, and we're on a little bit of a break right now, and then we leave the 11th to finish out the month of February with Saving Abel and Blacklight District. So we'll be hitting, the Midwest a little bit more and going places we hadn't played before, like the Dakotas.
Well, it's going to be a gigantic show. You guys are going to be coming through as part of a big Kansas leg of shows, R.C. McGraw's in Manhattan, and also Thursday, February 27th, you guys are going to be at the Muse Ballroom. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. $20 in advance, $25 a day, and $35 VIP. Saving Abel, Blacklight District, 3 Years Hollow, and the local band Shiner. Tell me about 3 Years Hollow. Kind of give us a little education here on the band.
Basically, myself and our guitarist Tony started this, whole dream about 12 years ago, and about 6 years ago we finally got all the missing pieces and all the right members for us to, really give us a push, and we released our very first record in 2008 called Ascension, and we produced everything on our own, recorded everything on our own, and just kind of used the internet and playing as many shows as possible to develop a fan base. Around 2012, we had realized, it's been 4 years since we put something out. We really, really want our fans to hear some new music. So we went back into our studio to record our Remember EP that had songs like Chemical Ride and Remember on it. Eventually, Remember was accepted in the spinning by Sirius Octane, and a bunch of other stations across the U.S. picked it up, which we're extremely grateful for, and that kind of was able to put us on the road and tour for the first time with I Am Bio and Seven Dust. And shortly after that, we signed our record deal with Imagine Records, and we were able to go back in the studio and finish up what would eventually become this full-length record, The Cracks.
We've got Jose from 3 Years Hollow with us today here on the big program, coast to coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. Now, you guys are going to be in this this gigantic tour coming up. You guys are already you're taking a few breaks, but going to be going back out with Blacklight District and Saving Abel and everyone. Tell me about this fantastic tour.
Well, these shows have been so amazing. We've toured with Saving Abel once before on an acoustic tour, and it was a smaller, more intimate setting, but these shows have been selling out so far every single night, which is extremely cool for us to be a part of. We've got a lot of radio support right now with our current single, and so does Blacklight District with their single With Me Now. So it's a really good package, three very active bands, and we all... we all know each other really well, and it's been really cool to hang out with the fans together at the shows.
Going to be part of a couple fantastic shows, one being at R.C. McGraw's in Manhattan, and also Muse Ballroom in Salina, Kansas, February 27th. Get your tickets while you can. It's $20 advance, $25 day of show, $35 BIP. Saving Abel, Blacklight District, 3 Years Hollow, and the local band Shiner, and it's all brought to you by Hogan Entertainment. Now, this a fantastic concert. Tell me about just playing on the road and playing with some of these amazing musicians.
It's so cool because we're still a new band. We just started touring nationally for the first time. We've been a band for, me and Tony have been doing this for 12 years, but we've only been touring for one. So everything's brand new to us. We're getting to see all of these towns and venues across the country. We're very blessed to be able to go out and do this still, and we're trying to win over fans. We want to put out 9 records. We want to be here to last, and it's pretty cool getting to go out on the road and talk to guys like Saving Abel, who have been touring, for so long. Just hearing their stories and getting a little more familiar with what's in store for us.
3 Years Hollow with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. Tell me about social media. How has that helped the band or influenced the band or anything?
That's pretty much, that's like 70% of why we're here, why we've been able to do what we did. Truth be told, the reason, after 6 years of playing all these shows across the country, going on our own tours, doing our own independent radio promotion, getting on Sirius Octane, what ultimately got our record deal was an online battle of the bands.
Really?
Ball and Rockstar Uproar did. Our fans, our social media fan base, kept us at #1 in votes in this competition for pretty much the entire thing. And obviously a band that's at the top gets a lot more attention from the judges and everything. So really it came down to our social media presence that ultimately got us. You know, we needed the fan base. We needed, we played all these shows and we had this solid fan base, but ultimately that online fan base is what kind of put us in the eyes of our future record label.
That's really cool. That is really cool. Now, how did you get hooked up with to do an online battle of the bands and everything?
It's basically a yearly thing that Rockstar Uproar and Ernie Ball do. Our friends just a couple hours south from us, Mindset Evolution, won the entire thing, and they went on the entire Rockstar Uproar tour. That's kind of the winning prize. And I believe Candlelight Red was another band that did the same thing.
Yep.
So, you just start seeing everybody post about it, and you enter your band in, and you rally your fan base, and it really can change everything for you.
Wow.
The music's there, the music, no matter what, still needs to be there.
Well, it's going to be part of you guys are going to be part of a couple fantastic shows coming through the Midwest. Saving Abel, Blacklight District, 3 Years Hollow, and Shiner are going to be playing Thursday, February 27th at the Muse Ballroom in Salina, Kansas. Ticket Storm, if you want to get more information on tickets. Also, you guys are going to be part of a big show in Manhattan as well. Tell me about playing across the Midwest, and tell me about playing what you're expecting from some of the crowds so far on this tour as compared to what you're thinking you're going to have now.
It's all so new to us, but every time we play these shows, we're playing to 300 to 600 people. So, it's cool. It's still cool for us, though, because we haven't been to a lot of these cities, so it's all brand new to us. I'm not really sure what to expect. I know that the fans have been going crazy for Saving Abel, so that's definitely going to happen.
Well, it's going to be a big, big, big show. I appreciate you making time for us today. Now, how do we connect with you guys online?
Every one of our social media sites, Facebook.com/3yearshollow, and Twitter and Instagram. All of us, guys from the band are always on there trying to talk to and interact as much as possible. So if not there, if you come out to a show, you're guaranteed to meet us. We're always hanging around our merch booth. We want to get to know anybody that, enjoys our music. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be R.C. McGraw's Manhattan, Kansas, Wednesday, February 26th, according to the good friends on Reverb Nation. If you want to check these guys out also on Reverb Nation, they are absolutely amazing. And I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I always appreciate it.
Definitely. Well, have yourself a wonderful day. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, man. 3 Years Hollow with us today here on the big broadcast, coast to coast and border to border. The debut album, Cracks, is coming February 11th, 2014. You can order it on iTunes. You can also check them out on Reverb Nation as well. We are going to play some 3 Years Hollow here in just a few moments. Check out 3yearshollow.com. These guys are absolutely fantastic. Facebook as well, they are on there, and they're hitting the road. They're going to be part of a Manhattan, Kansas stop. They're going to be part of the big show in Salina, Kansas as well. And coast to coast and border to border, it's 3 Years Hollow. And they have a music video out called Chemical Ride, and we're going to play that right now.
This could be the only mistake I'll make.
3 years hollow with us today, coast to coast and border to border. We've got more when we get back here on the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Show.
They're back. The 50 Shades of Men invite you to get lucky at the Cotillion Saturday night, March 15th. There's nothing short about these lucky leprechauns. $15 advance tickets on sale now at the Cotillion box office or charge by phone at 316-722-4201. Buy 10 tickets in advance and get a free party pack, including a reserved table, plus a pre-show meet and greet. 18 and over only. Make sure you invite your friends so they don't miss out on this ultimate ladies' night out. 50 Shades of Men, March 15th at the Cotillion.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Neil Bort's with us today.
If they put Fox News on, liberals will complain. If they put CNN on, conservatives are going to complain.
Jiggy Jaguar.
We've got Tom Donahue with us today.
I started to organize, no, not like Obama.
Jiggy Jaguar.
Publisher of Talkers Magazine, Michael Harrison.
And it's a lot of fun, and it's very informative, and it does a lot of things. One, it's
www.jiggyjaguar.com.
AMFM247.com, the best of talk and music 24/7. Pre-recorded talk shows, multiple hour show opportunities are available. Weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly spots are available. You can sell your commercials in your time block and keep 100% of the earnings. 2-month free trial available. March and April of 2014 will cost you absolutely nothing. After that, there's a monthly fee with no term contracts. Show packages start at $150 a month after your free 2-month period. We can help you prep your talk show for iHeartRadio if you're not currently on it. We use our top-rated public relations firm to promote your program. We create you a landing page on the website for you to promote the program, current guests, and show news. We can submit your show to iHeartRadio and manage all the ins and outs for you. That's AMFM247.com. That's AMFM247.com. April 27th, Wichita, Kansas. Get ready. The world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience is going to be broadcasting live as live can get at 101 North Rock Island in Wichita, Kansas. Get more information at jiggyjaguar.net. Also, kjagradio.com. We will be broadcasting live as live can get. Lots more details coming soon. A huge live broadcast of the Jiggy Jaguar Experience 427 in Rock Island in Wichita.
Live entertainment with that West Coast flavor at the Cotillion Ballroom. The Real G. Entertainment icon, the D.O.G.
So much you thought I was a DJ.
Nobody rocks the house like Snoop Dogg.
D.O.G. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get lost.
See Snoop Dogg, hear the Lion reincarnated. Sunday, February 23rd at the Cotillion Ballroom.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online at thecotillion.com. Use our Facebook page. Charge by phone 316-722-4201. Get the Cotillion iPhone app on your iPhone. 50-plus years of iconic entertainment with the D.O.G. Snoop Dogg. Sunday, February 23rd. Doors open at 7, show at 8.
Thanks for listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. Follow comedian James Davis on Twitter.
I gotta get this imaging fixed.
James D. Jaguar.
James Davis hasn't been here since
Jaguar.
the second episode.
Next week here on the network.
It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience, coast to coast and border to border, all over the World Wide Web and on 50-plus stations throughout the U.S. and Canada. And Israel is in the building.
What's up, bitches?
Your homies, what is it? Your homies? Homies, big homies?
Your big homie. Who supply the hood, who supply the street, that supply the block.
Okay.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows that. Even it's in the Geneva Convention, from what I've heard. And and we've got your tag team partner from the new 316 Up radio broadcast in the building.
In the building. That's 2 weeks in a row.
I'm here. 2 weeks Grease in the roll.
I had to kidnap him.
Had to kidnap him.
Yeah, I got my man Jay Hen here too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Repping those Wichita State Sharkers, baby. And we've got on the telephone Dr. Daryl Green, but before we get to Dr. Green, we also want to bring in my lovely little friend Jamil from Social Media Evolutions, and hopefully she picks up on the old Skype-a-rooney. There she is, maybe.
Hi.
What are you doing? You're like all just. What is that background that you've got there?
The house.
The house. Okay. We've got we've now go ahead for the people that and Israel is here. So Israel has no knowledge of you. Give us a brief introduction on you, my friend.
Well, first of all, where is everybody?
You will see us the way that our system is set up. You'll see us later when we put this on YouTube, but the ghetto setup that I have here, you're not going to be able to see us while we're doing the show, so you'll be able to just hear us.
Okay, so you guys can see me, right?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
How unfair. That's just so not fair. That's dirty.
Wow, she's hot.
Well, see, this is the thing. I constantly flirt with her on Twitter, and I
see why.
There you go. Well, go ahead and are those now. I don't know if it's just me, Israel, and I'm going to step over my bounds here, but are those on top of her head? Are those considered Afro puffs from way back in the day?
That's braided. That's dope. That's ethnic, Jiggy.
Oh, okay.
Let me put you up on your. It's Black History Month. Let me put you up on that.
Okay.
I see you, baby. You said natural?
Yes, I just washed my hair, so this is what I do for my protective style.
Okay.
Protective style.
That's what's up. I like it. Miss Natural.
Miss Natural.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes. Give us a brief introduction here before we bring in Dr. Daryl Green here and have our intellectual conversation.
Looking forward to that.
Cool beans. Well, I am Jay Wilborn of Socially Yours. I have my own radio show, kind of a little bit like what Jiggy does, but you know what, I'm cuter, so.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I have my own business, Social Media Evolutions, and I am an evangelist to social media.
Evangelist.
How about that?
Where you based out of?
I am in Fort Worth, Texas. I hail from Atlanta, Georgia, though.
A-Town, huh?
Yeah. Hot
And then we've got Dr. Daryl Green on the line. Doctor, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. Just enjoying my weekend. Excited to be here.
Now, Doctor, we wanted to bring you in here today. We had you on the daily program this week, and I had a very interesting conversation with you. And you brought up some points, and we talked on email, and I thought, I've got to have you here on the Sunday show with my man Israel, because I know that you guys are going to have a very stimulating conversation. Doctor, kind of jump in there and present us a little bit of the topic here, and I'll let everybody go back and forth here. So go ahead and jump in there, my friend.
Okay, celebrating Black History Month, I've been doing a lot of research, and actually working with a lot of young men. And I was going to talk about what black professionals can do to save young black males. I actually did a DVD series on saving our sons, dealing with black male underachievement, and it's something that we really don't like to talk about. But if we're gonna make the world better, we need to deal with the least of these. Young black males right now are suffering in America, and we're trying to provide some solutions to parents and educators on how to get them back on the right track.
Absolutely. I think that I just, I'm always shamefully promoting myself. So I'll just happen to say that what you're talking about now relates directly to my new album, which is free, which is entitled Who's Afraid of the Dark. And that's on iz316.com, so check that out. That's free. And that's what I kind of talk about. I think that hip-hop is What I'll say, it's an informal conversation from black people to another black person that the white community gets to listen in on. And what I tried to do with my album was, the way I would term it is more like a sociological, anthropological study of how the black male thinks and feels. And I think that we really do have to address some of the issues that are causing black children not to succeed, because you have to ask yourself a question: is it the operating system that's failing, or is it the operator? And it's one or the other. It's either as black men we don't really understand what we're facing, or it's the system, or maybe even both. But I wouldn't say it's the system, because white people wouldn't do that to us, and everyone knows that. So we need to stop blaming white America for all the problems of black people. White people love us. They don't want anything but the best for us, and that's why they give us such great conditions to live in. That's all I'm saying. So let's not blame white people, because they're great.
I love that. Oh.
I want to see the DVD. Where can people find it at?
Sure. Well, one easy way is just to do a Google. I put it on YouTube, free for everyone, and also you can get it on Barnes and Noble, on Amazon. But it's like I said, it's just kind of chronological, some of the issues that's faced. And one of the things I wanted to mention, we talk about the destruction of young black males in America. 1 out of 9 black males will be incarcerated between the age of 20 and 34. And President Obama mentioned that there's more black males in prison than are enrolled in universities and colleges.
Yep.
And less than 50% of the black males graduate from high school in some part of the country. So I think, like you said, my thing is just to stop, this blame game, but let's deal with the issues in terms of what can we do to make things better. And I think it starts with just men taking control and being a part of it. As we look at society, the women there are more female households in America than ever before.
Absolutely.
I think it's because as men in general, we have kind of fell on the wayside and kind of let the ladies take the lead in terms of dealing with the parents.
But they do such a good job of it.
Correct. But they need help. Even on Mother's Day, they're not expecting.
Come in.
Cook, so.
We're live. We've got people at the door. We've been joined by one of the Mike Gooseby child rebel soldiers, Valentine, and
yeah, to expound on your point,
yes.
And then I'll let our lady get in here. But I think that it's a tough time for African American women because of several factors. If she decides that she wants to stay within her own race to marry, she has several factors that she has to overcome. She has to overcome. She wants to marry someone who's as educated as her, which we can understand. She might want to marry someone who doesn't have a record. We can understand that. She might want to marry someone who doesn't have children by another woman. We can understand that. And then with the high number of homosexuals in our community now, she has to overcome that. And that's not even dealing with whether she's actually compatible with this person or not. So her selection pool is really low. So it's tough on her too. But I'll say that there are still great men out there, mainly myself, but there's a few others.
Say where?
Say what's that?
I was about to say where.
Well, there's one here. His name is Israel. He's just the coolest guy ever. I read it in the Highlight magazine last week or something. But what do you think about that?
What magazine reference?
Can I interject?
Yes, please.
Go, jump in there.
From a woman's perspective and being from a multicultural background, if we as women made better decisions, we wouldn't be in the situations that we were in.
Stop blaming women. It's not. Don't just play it. Absolutely,
don't start that war on women here on the.
I'm not trying to start the war at all. It's just I am in that situation, and had I just sat back just a little longer and assessed the situation, I love my daughter. I'm glad she's here. She's 3, but her dad is garbage. And if I had to just sat back and just assess the situation a little longer, you know, it's like it's circular. It's like, okay, now I'm in this situation. Now I'm in this situation where I am a single mother and I'm raising children in that environment. Then it replicates itself all over again, you know. And that's what I'm saying. If I had to sat back a little longer, assess the situation a little longer, you know, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I mean, it's here, it's a lesson learned, but at the end of the day, we've got to make better choices. I can't blame men totally. Can't do it.
Both ways, though. Both ways, because we only see this aspect of men.
Grab a mic over there.
And they, you know, they say, well, what men don't do and what men actually don't do, but it's also a 50-50 street as far as it also is. Well, you do have
I agree.
That's willing to take care of theirs, even though
I can barely hear you.
through the hard time,
Yep.
through the hardship, through whatever it takes, and even with the disagreement, even going to take, you know, taking the you not nothings and you this and you that, you woo to and you this and that.
Is that mic
that's
on?
That's mental stress.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, according to my baby mama, I've never been shit. I mean, maybe I should agree with her.
Maybe I should agree with her.
You got the degree.
Yeah.
You got things that you have been doing that a lot of black men don't get an opportunity to do.
Right.
You know, and they feel like if you're not giving a certain amount for this kid and you're not doing this and you're not, you know.
Well,
you're
yeah.
not about nothing.
I mean, I know, unfortunately, I've been to child support court more times than I've cared to, you know what I mean, be there. And not once have they ever asked me, well, how much time do you spend with your child? How much are you involved in your child's life? What do you do? Is always a dollar figure. Well, the truth of the matter is that the way that blacks in general are going to uplift our community is simply by we got to get back to having families. We got to bring our families back. That's the core of it all, because your nuclear family is the first people that you deal with. You know, your mom and dad, they're your first boss. Your siblings are your first co-workers. And if you don't love and respect them, you won't really love or respect anyone in society. And that has to start there. But I think that the media has done a great job, and I'm guilty of it because I love hip-hop. I love a little ratchetness, you know, loving hip-hop. I kind of like it, you know what I mean? But the media takes the minority of women, the minority of men, but they portray it as if it's the majority. The majority of sisters that I know are loving, sweet, kind women who, you know, care and want to have families, but the only image that they given is this, I want to talk shit all the time and twerk type of girl, and that's really not realistic. And then on the guy's aspect, it's always about his sexual prowess. It's always about how much sexual energy he has towards the woman, how physical he is, and never like what he thinks mentally. Like my friend, it was kind of funny, but he had a point. He said this girl kept telling him, I want a man who stimulates my mind. So he took her to the museum, and she tells her friends, he's weird. Why would you take me to a museum? Like, well, you want your mind stimulated, right? Let's do something outside the box. But it's those stereotypical things that we get caught up in. What do you think, Dr. Green?
Well, I think, Israel Jamil, I think you guys got some great points. I just want to, you know, we talk about this male and female relationships, and one of the things I always do every year, I participate in the all-males conference in Tennessee. And I tell you what has happened. It's about 30 kids, and we had one of the name's Reggie Jenkins. He's the founder of Unique Academy. He actually asked one of the young men how he felt, and he said, I go to school angry every day. And he asked him, why did you go to school angry every day? Because my mom is always harassing me. She tells me that I'm worthless. I'm gonna be like my dad. And then another thing he had him do is he had all the guys, all the young men that had their dads in the house to stand, and there were only 2 or 3 guys. So a lot of these young men, because of the dynamics between the baby mom and the baby daddy, a lot of that anger and hostility is on the kid, and they go to school angry, they're mad, they're having problems. And so I think it's time that the adults get their act together, and the kids, you know, they'll get their act together when the parents can come together. But you know, for the most cases, you know, you have, you know, if they're not married, And if they are married, you have the dynamics of them struggling and the woman being bitter and the guy being. You talk about child support. Some of the guys don't want to pay, and some guys do pay, and it's just But the kids are the ones that are really being impacted on that because they act out and they want their attention.
Well, I say, I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, right?
Okay.
I'd say to you, Dr. Green, I don't need a father because I have Xbox. What do you say to that?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying, I want YouTube to raise me. If I want to know what a man's like, I'll YouTube it. What do you say to that?
I'd say who's gonna? You got Xbox. Is the Wii gonna be the mother?
Potentially.
Okay.
But I was thinking about making my mom my MP3 player.
This is horrible.
I'm just saying.
I think that's in some sectors that's really what's happening. The YouTubes and the videos are really raising the kids, and that's really some of the things that we're dealing with.
I could learn more about sex from Google than I ever could my parent. You know?
That's true. That's true.
Just Google dog hump right now and see what comes up. Just
I think it'll shut down my computer because I have parental guidance.
My God.
I think this is what I think. I think that there's certain brothers that grow up in the hood, right?
Yeah, true.
And you got some of us that early on understand social economic situations, and my lady, you interject on this after I finish. So you got these people who see, like, okay, this is our environment, this is what's going on, this is how I'm going to overcome it, and some people don't see the traps. Now, the people who do see the traps, they go on to go to college and do different things, and their point of view is, well, I'm glad that I'm out of it. So the people who are actually trying to help a lot of times are your reformed people, your person who's already been to prison, now he's trying to talk, but he can't really give them advice on how to be successful because he hasn't been successful in that way. So I think that a lot of times when we're trying to appeal to kids, it comes off as very corny because we're telling them certain shit like stay in school, don't do this. But when you're thinking about when I get home tonight, there's not no food, you could give a shit less what Columbus did. You know, Columbus ain't putting no sandwiches on my plate, Mrs. Smith. You know what I'm saying? George Washington ain't fed me once. Can you expound on that for me?
I think that's a great point. I think that's why you have to, and that's talking to you mentioned about being successful. I think it's all relative, but I think just trying to take care of your responsibilities in that aspect, and participating in a church and going to, and I aspire going to those schools weekly. And building those relationships, I think you can't solve, like you said, some of the people, some individuals, it's going to be difficult to change their mind just because the environment they're in, they have to go through what we call hard knocks. But I think for everyone, there's a person that will listen. If you be involved, like you say, you're trying to take care of needs, those basic needs are being denied, I think it makes a difference. I think it's hard to preach to somebody and they're not getting their basic needs taken care of. I think you have to pick what you do at a very individual level. I think you can make a difference.
Ma'am, what do you think about that?
Wow, this is a very difficult subject because at the end of the day, like he's saying, you see their role models are these rappers and these
hey, be careful.
video persons, and those are their role models. Hey, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, it's always said walk in somebody's shoes to figure out where they've been. A lot of the hard knocks that the doctor was referring to happens, but we don't see that side of it. So that's why it's so important for those people to go back and tell the whole story, which is what's not happening nowadays. It's not, nobody's telling them the whole, all they see is the glamour and the bling bling and the girls and the cars, and even if it's
honest, I like all of that.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just we don't tell the whole story. We don't go back and have our children children sit down and listen to the great grandparents talking about the struggle of, I mean, even in my generation, I see where we're at, but I can't respect it because I didn't go through it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. But I mean, here I am playing devil's advocate again. But why should I listen to my grandmother when I can learn about it on Twitter? I've seen like 4 or 5 Black History Month, posts about Twitter, and I feel like I'm pretty well versed now.
Oh, so the internet has all the answers, right?
I can give you an example. That happens to me. I think the worst thing that ever happened is to see somebody die.
Right.
And I got a phone call. Last year. A young man that he wouldn't listen. He was a young cat, growing up. His dad wasn't around. He was trying to get attention, and so he got out there, started slinging drugs, and got a phone call from his grandmother that he had gotten shot. Went to the hospital. They wouldn't even identify him because he had gotten shot. And they kind of put you on alert. So saw him in there. He was the bed was turned sideways. He was vertical. He had gotten shot in the head. Basically, what he tried to do with him and his partner, tried to steal drugs from a drug dealer and take them, bag drug transaction, take the drugs from the drug dealer and run away. Drug dealer's not gonna let you take his drugs without a fight, and he got shot. So I just think a lot of people. I talked to the mother and the grandmother. It's very sad, but every day they think about that. That was just a bad decision, and I think that we that I didn't know how working with kids at a very young age to try to help them make better decisions. If you can make better decisions, you can improve the quality of life. So, I've seen it.
Absolutely.
I've seen it at a very personal level, in terms of trying to help them make better decisions. But growing up with YouTube is cool. But you, at the end of the day,
I mean, have you, Dr. Green, have you seen twerk videos? I'm just.
Have you seen Miley Cyrus?
I see. Miley Cyrus. Let's talk about white women in the Black community. No, I'm just playing. Now, this is I'm not a psychologist or anything. I'm just a parking lot prophet, and
those are the best ones.
Yeah, I'm just a parking lot prophet. You know what I'm saying? But what I've noticed in my years of experiences is that
that's the new mixtape.
Yeah, parking lot prophet. What I noticed in my experiences is if a person doesn't have, I'm thirsty all of a sudden. I want something to drink too. But anyway, if a person doesn't have a good relationship with the parent of the opposite sex, if a girl doesn't have a good relationship with her father or a son with their mother, then they won't have good relationships with the opposite sex in general. And with there being so many absent fathers from the Black community, but the community is dominated by the women, it's like a big disconnect. See, if you've been raised around your father as a woman, you get to determine, when you get to fooling with a man, you get to determine what's his personality and what's his gender. But if you haven't been around a male, you don't know. You think that he's just acting a fool when that's just what men do. And the same goes for women. And I think that the toughest thing, man, for men and women is when we, in the Black community, and probably any community, but who cares? We're talking about Black people. It's Black History Month. In our community, like, I think we co-sign too much BS. You know what I mean? Like my boys, don't trip with your baby mama around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to co-sign with her. I'm not taking you over there to trip with her. None of that, because then you make it hard on everybody else. You know what I mean? So when there is this good woman who wants to find a good man, she leery about fooling with you because she done seen so much bull. And then for the man, we get, cautious because you done ran across so many women who trying to scheme and play these games and manipulative. That, it's like, I'm just going to say, if you go to the club and you see girls twerking and dancing with skirts on, and, if a song comes on about all the hoes to the dance floor and she sprint to the floor, like, I don't know what your GPA is. You know what I mean? I don't know what your reading level is or what your heart is. I just know you look good in that skirt. So when I come and I talk to you like a promiscuous woman, you like, I'm a lady, but you dress like a hoe. You talking like a hoe. But you want me to treat you like Wifey's at home right now, son. Wifey's at home, B.
While you're
knitting or
outside
something.
talking to the hoe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We gotta admit that there's the virtuous woman, but hoes do exist.
Yes.
They're not Bigfoot. They're out there. Like I've seen them. You know, and and good black men. I mean, I know that sounds like an oxymoron according to white America, a good black man, but hey, they're out there. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a lot of guys that are single right now just because I'm not putting up with no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, whatever Tyrone did to you, that's what he did to you. I'm not little man. You know?
The baggage at the airport.
It's kind of a difficult situation because, with the technology changing, and then that's even with the kids.
Yeah.
Nobody's riding bicycles no more. Nobody is understanding that. When we was kids, we was riding bicycles. We worked through things also as far as even when we fell or when my tires on flat, I figured out how to fix my bike.
Yeah.
How to fix my tire. That right there gave me a sense of not only education, but that gave me opened my senses up of being smart and also using my smart individualism. How to fix this tire? Well, I gotta get an inner tube. Mama, take me to the, go.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out together. That builds community.
Also, I had the help of my dad. Also, I had the help of my mom also as well. But at the same time, technology also has played a major role in what we see. For us, internet,
right?
TV, internet.
That's why you don't need a father anymore.
There's so much junk on TV.
Xbox One is my daddy, son.
That has actually de-steered the whole.
You're horrible.
Don't judge me.
Well, see, back then we had to work for it. When Nintendo came out, we had to work.
Well, I think that
Nintendo came out, we had to work for it.
Well, the first thing is I like to say is that I'm always correct, and since we got that out of the way, that I'm always right. Everything I've said's been factually correct. So I think that a big problem. I think one of the big problems too. And Dr. Green, you tell me what you think. Is that in a lot of cultures, there's a sense of rites of passage that signifies the time when it's time to grow up and when it's time to be a man or when it's time to be a woman outside of puberty, you know what I mean? Yes. But that doesn't happen in the black community anymore. It's not a situation where, there's a rites of passage to tell you, okay, now you got to put away your childish shit. You can't be out here acting a fool no more. And that's why you got, this 40-year-old cat who mama still babying him like he 12, and that's why he won't grow up and be a man. Or this, That's what
I'm saying. Back to the family situation. You got to be held accountable for your actions. And nobody is even in school, man. When we got in trouble, if I was like, hey, if I threw a paper, I got caught. My lunch was getting taken away, or if I gave somebody a finger, whatever I was doing, or slapped somebody upside the head and I got caught, I had to be accountable for it.
Yeah, because after I got that first detention, I didn't bring my gun to school no more. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
At the same time, it wasn't so much that, well, you're a bad kid, or you're such and such and such, but,
you messed up.
They knew what was going to take away what actually mattered to most of the kids, and that was at recess. And it wasn't the one in the afternoon or the morning time. It was the lunch hour one for an hour.
Right.
Look at that matinee on the building.
So it's nobody's being held accountable for anything.
Yes.
And that's growing up in the childhood. People, you can tell a kid, or I go to a parent, man, your kid was acting up in service today. Man, we was little, we act up in church.
That was offense that was, they might got death for that. I got my life threatened like twice in church. During communion. Yeah.
And so we was held accountable for what we had to do. And that right there made us grow up even as kids,
Yeah.
I had some friends and they didn't have no father, but their mama was super mean.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it really wasn't that she wasn't mean, is that she knows she cannot. She's doing the best that she could. Us as boys.
And sometimes you just can't keep up with PlayStation 4. I mean, as a parent.
And can I address what you said about, babying them till they're 12? I really, really dislike the analogy that women say, oh, I can raise my son. No, I don't understand y'all in the first place. So how am I going to raise my son to be a man?
Right.
Exactly. So what I did, I sent my son to his father when he was 14. Bye, see ya. My shift is over.
Right.
Now it's time for you to go to your father and learn some stuff I can't teach you.
I mean, your dad's gonna teach you some things that mom could never teach you, like how to pee your name in the snow. Your mom doesn't have a penis; she can't do that. You know how to judge, firm breasts from saggy ones. Like you got to know. You know what I mean? Your dad helps you to develop your whore meter. So she's like, son.
Wait a sec. Is that a technical term?
Yes, a whore meter.
I bet you to
I'm just saying, mama don't know, because mama got a couple friends who's hoes, but they're her friends, so they're just promiscuous. There's a difference. Now, we're going to be honest on the Jiggy Jaguar show, at least for this one point in time. That's all I'm saying. Now, you got a great point. My mother told me, and we had this discussion. I think I hurt her feelings, so I apologize to her. But she said, when your father wasn't around, I had to be mom and dad. And I said, Mother, you were a great mother, even above and beyond, but you still weren't father. And she's like, well, your grandmother taught us to be strong women. I said, well, Granny was single too, because when no man gonna let her run, she wanted to run everything. Granny, that's why Granny ass was single. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You say what?
Well, that's a whole nother show.
Oh, absolutely. But hey, man, I the thing that I do like about this is that I think that Black History Month has become so cliche, and it's only about 2 or 3 people in a couple McDonald's commercials. Black people do like hamburgers too. We like more than just chicken. Let's just say that, okay? And show me black people, and show me black people in commercial all year long. You know what I mean?
Hey,
but
Andrew, I will go back and say one thing. I think people in communities are doing something with the rites of passage. We have one. Reggie Jenkins, he has one where he meets once a week with young men. We're doing something in churches. I think there are pockets of that, because I do think when you have young men, when I deal with them, they don't even know how to. They're hitting young ladies because they've been watching. I don't know, the Avengers or X-Men. They see the women take the punches, so they do that. And I think you have to teach them what that means in those respects, and I think those things are all can be helpful in terms of changing those relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being that I'm right, 105% of the time.
That's new math.
I give you, Dr. Green, you get Israel's seal of approval on that. And that's worth a lot.
That's worth a lot.
I think it's worth like about $64 in Bitcoin or something like that.
I do have a question. What's a parking lot profit?
Well, a parking lot profit is like a...
Here we go.
Dr. Green, you should have got another one, man. You should have asked something else, man.
I'm the neighborhood guy who's in the parking lot who you can come and ask questions about life to.
He's the one beating you over the head with the Bible.
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because in my neighborhood, anytime a black man raises his arms up too high, the police are there. So I walk with my hands down to my side out of fear of being beat. What was that, Dr. Green?
You like the mayor and Do the Right Thing?
Yeah, I could see that. But much more flyer. You know what I mean? Just add that in there.
Just add that in there.
I'm just, I'm the big homie's big homie. When your big homie got a question, he come ask me and then go back and tell his little homie. No, but I say I came up with a single parent home, and man, my mom's great. Me and my dad. Early on in life, we didn't have too much interaction, but as I got older, he was there for me at the age that I needed him the most as a man. And one thing that I try to preach, and all through my album, which I'm going to promote again, Who's Afraid of the Dark.
Here we go.
IZ316.com. That's free. Go download it. One thing that I try to promote is, just an understanding. Like one of my verses, I said, sometimes I reminisce on my childhood years. As I reminisce, I'm steady fighting back tears Life becomes traumatic when you burying your peers and your father ain't around to help you face your manly fears. And your mother want to help, but she don't understand. So you bond with your homies hoping they can lend a hand. How they gonna help you when shit the same for them? So we searching in the streets for a means to an end. All the leads that we find only lead to the pen. Seen it happen in the past, we repeat it again. Collect calls from your pops, he trying to leave you with gems. So you listen in, trying to see you and him. Another decade before you see him again, but his words were off. You back to being you again. Your pops wishing he could see his youth again while you trick yours off trying to be a hooligan. And I think that describes like the whole culture of where we come from. And so go check that out, y'all. I've enjoyed having y'all on there. I finally got her to like something, y'all. If y'all can see the screen how much she was mugging me, but you know. Only if you can see, Dr. Green. She gave me a couple mother looks. I felt like I was in trouble. Like, oh,
if only I could see too.
I see you though. When you watch the video, you'll see my face like, oh yeah, that's that I'm in trouble look.
Well, Dr. Green, before we let you go, my friend, how do we find you online and get a hold of the books and everything?
Oh, it's great. I've really enjoyed myself. If you go to darylgreen.org, or just do a search on Google on Daryl Green and Facebook, you'll find me somewhere. And I really enjoyed myself. I've never had so much fun on one show.
Well, that's what we try to do here. You know, I get them in the door with the radio part, and then Israel gets them in the door with the brains.
Dr. Green, your next book should be Don't Let Xbox Be Your Daddy.
That's great. You might want to co-author that book together.
Say what?
You might want to co-author the book together.
Hey, I'm with you. From the parking lot prophet himself. Son, word to my mother. And man, it's been lovely having you on, Miss Natural. I need to be a guest on your show. You got a show I need to be on. So I got about 4 billion followers.
They just don't know it yet.
Yeah, like the server, there's something wrong with the server down to Facebook, so they all can't get through yet, but they gonna get there. 4 billion. Go look.
Well, Dr. Green, I will definitely be in touch because I would love to have this conversation with you at least once a month because I know that we're talking issues that really need to be talked about.
We're going to talk about Negroes that much?
And this is PG, so I can't wait till we get to adult material.
I went easy on y'all today. That's what you don't know. It's the Sabbath, so I went easy.
I'm scared.
Well, Dr. Green, thanks for being with us, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I appreciate it. Now, Miss Lovely there, Miss Afro Puffs. I just keep thinking those are Afro Puffs.
Jiggy he got chocolate fever. Watch out.
What do you do?
I already know about
Jiggy. What are you saying?
He count black girls instead of sheeps when he go to sleep.
Oh my God!
1 Tamika, 2 Tamika, 3 Tamika.
Can you be with us for this next hour? Is that possible? Are you available?
My daughter is gone.
Because we've got a true radio legend, a radio icon, Mr. Matt Neal's in the building.
Mr. Neal.
He's sitting over there in the James Davis chair. I'm surprised he hasn't sunk into the floor because that chair is like.
Is he over there? Wait,
gone.
There?
Just wave. There you go.
It's there. But we're gonna get Matt into a more comfortable chair. We might even put him over there on the couch if we got room. And we're gonna get him in for this next hour because we want to talk radio and we also want to talk some old war stories about when I worked at KSKU and he was over there and. I really didn't know what I was doing, but if you listen to this show, I still don't really know what I'm doing. So we're going to do all that. And we're also going to be chatting with Mr. Wichita State Shocker over there. He's got all the gear on.
I can't
Black
see
Power, baby.
You look good.
It is Black History Month.
Yeah, that's when I got my light bill from KG the other day, they say, hey, it's February, this your power bill, so black power to you. Pay it, nigga. No, I'm just playing.
Wow. Well, we're going to take a quick little time out here. I will give you a call back here on Skype here in just a second.
Cool Beans.
Okay. Cool Beans is a bar or something here in town. I don't know. Doesn't
It's better than the Blue Oyster.
Well, that too. Or Blue Oyster Cold. But we're going to take a time out. We've also got Valentine from the Child Rebel Soldiers in the building. I don't know what the hell he is doing here. He just wanders in. He's fly. He's got his. He's a big football star.
He got polo boots on with the straps across the feet.
He's always fly. I don't know why.
I love it.
But we're going to take a time out. We'll come back. We've got more. So keep it locked, keep it loaded to the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom. Saturday, March 8th, the Terry Quiet Band. It's a special CD release party for Taking Sides.
When I hear your voice, come running.
A special night with special guests. It's the Terry Quiet Big Band Extravaganza. Along with the Kentucky Gentlemen and Linnaberry Wine, the Terry Quiet Band will be joined on stage by all of the guests on the new CD, Taking Sides. It's a rambunctious, all-ages blues rock extravaganza. The Terry Quiet Big Band Extravaganza. Live at the Cotillion Ballroom. Saturday night, March 8th. Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online at thecotillion.com. Charge by phone 316-722-4201. Get your tickets through our website, Facebook page, or iPhone Cotillion app. 50-plus years of rock and the blues. The Cotillion Ballroom. Saturday, March 8th. It's the Terry Quiet Big Band Extravaganza.
They're back. The 50 Shades of Men invite you to get lucky at the Cotillion Saturday night, March 15th. There's nothing short about these lucky leprechauns. $15 advance tickets on sale now at the Cotillion box office or charge by phone at 316-722-4201. Buy 10 tickets in advance and get a free party pack, including a reserved table plus a pre-show meet and greet. 18 and over only. Make sure you invite your friends so they don't miss out on this ultimate ladies' night out. 50 Shades of Men, March 15th at the Cotillion.
April 27th, Wichita, Kansas. Get ready. The world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience is going to be broadcasting live as live can get at 101 North Rock Island in Wichita, Kansas. Get more information at jiggyjaguar.net. Also, kjagradio.com. We will be broadcasting live as live can get. Lots more details coming soon. A huge live broadcast of the Jiggy Jaguar Experience 427 in Rock Island in Wichita.
You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Live entertainment at the Cotillion Ballroom. Friday, March 7th. Here come the Turnpike Troubadours.
Good Lord, Lord, I loved you. Could it go more wrong?
Oklahoma's Turnpike Troubadours with Chris Knight.
And gin, and smoke, and light.
Voted Best Live Performance in Country Music in 2013 by SCM.com.
No, she's every girl I've ever known.
Friday, March 7th.
The whole damn town's in love.
Great music, great fun. The Turnpike Troubadours.
Anybody ever told you you sure cried pretty?
Turnpike Troubadours.
And then we all get to heaven before the devil knows we're dead.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee box office. Buy online, thecotillion.com. Go to The Cotillion on Facebook or use the Cotillion iPhone app available on iTunes. 50-plus years of musical fun, the Cotillion Ballroom. Friday, March 7th, Turnpike Troubadours. Live entertainment with that West Coast flavor at the Cotillion Ballroom. The Real G. Entertainment icon, the D.O.G.
So much you thought I was a DJ.
Nobody rocks the house like Snoop Dogg.
D.O.G. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get lost.
See Snoop Dogg, hear the Lion reincarnated. Sunday, February 23rd at the Cotillion Ballroom.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Never miss a show. Visit our no-service fee V-Box office. Buy online at thecotillion.com. Use our Facebook page. Charge by phone 316-722-4201. Get the Cotillion iPhone app on your iPhone. 50 plus years of iconic entertainment with the D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg. Sunday, February 23rd. Doors open at 7, show at 8.
You're listening to the Jiggy Jaguar Experience with Jigman Freud.
There it is. It is, of course, the world famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience, as Mr. Rick Busby just said. Ryan from the Cotillion on the telephone, and we got Israel in the building. We've got one of the Mike Game Child Rebel Soldiers, Valentine, in the building, and we've got Matt Neal, and you do their introduction because I should do everybody's introduction, but you're the co-host.
Oh, so you don't want to do the black people? I got
it. Oh my God!
I'm just saying
it's Black History.
Well, at least you got one on.
We got my man Block Star artist. You know what I'm saying? Jay Hen in the building. We're gonna interview him today. Talk about his new project. You know what he got going.
Like a ferret and jello fight.
You know what I mean? And then we got my man, the one, the only, the incomparable Young C, Wichita's finest. You know what I'm saying? He in the building today, but he's under contract that we won't make him say more than 50 words, or we got to pay him double. So he probably won't be speaking too much today. And he's at like 25 words right now.
He's at 25 words right now. Now, Ryan, we were talking about the Snoop Dogg ad during the break, and who is the guy that does the voiceover for that spot?
That would be Rick Regan, Rockin' Rick.
Oh, okay.
See, that I'm not familiar with.
Rockin' Rick from Wichita, Kansas. Matt Neal probably knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he sounds like John McCain. Like John McCain just introduced Snoop.
John McCain.
Because the guy's like, the real G. Like, that makes him sound really gangster when you say it, you know, so rural. The real G. Snoop D-O-double-G. Like, now it's G, not G. It's G. Just G. That's it. You got to take half a syllable off.
One too many.
Ryan, man, I seen your Facebook, man, and I don't know if you know, but I was trying to follow you, but for some reason you keep blocking me. So I just thought I'd
blocking you.
Yeah.
Now you're just making shit up.
Nah, you're right. I am. I tried to follow you, but I forgot I'm on like a 30-day block from Facebook. They put me on Facebook punishment. I can't.
So we didn't block you. You got yourself blocked.
Yeah, I probably said some gangster shit because I'm a G.
I love it. At least he's not an urban thug.
Yo. So Ryan, how's it been going, man?
How's it been going? You've had some good shows out there the last couple days.
Yeah, it's been busy. We had 3 events last week, and then gearing up for a huge week this week, man. We're going to be packing them in, man. We got JJ Gray and MoPro on Thursday, kicking off the week with Cody Canada from Cross Canadian Ragweed and The Departed. Friday, we got Split Lip Rayfield, and then Saturday, Buddy Guy and Johnny Lang. Last I checked, there's like 35 tickets left for that, and then Snoop D-O-double-G.
Thank you, sir.
A week from today, next Sunday, there'll be another sold-out show. So get your tickets while they last.
And then you've got this Split Lip Rayfield thing. These guys always do well when they're there. They sell a hell of a lot of tickets. Is it just a case of they're swinging through, or they've got a room in their schedule, or how do you guys usually get them?
They've kind of been on a little hiatus the last 2 years. I think they've only done like 1, maybe 2 shows, and then they played the Bottleneck New Year's Eve in Lawrence, and then playing us Friday, and so just doing a few shows. So. We're ready to have them back. You know, some local guys here and from Lawrence. So
yeah, that's what I thought they were
ready,
from
man.
here.
It's been a couple of years since we had them back.
Yeah, I thought they were from Wichita.
Yeah,
which
makes
makes
a couple of them from here, and they say they're from here. They always say we're Split Lip Rayfield. We're from here.
We're from here.
That's pretty dope because, like, you know, I read in the Bible, if you're from Wichita, it makes you 33.6% fresher on average. That's just approximation, though. It's hidden in Bible code. You got to decipher it.
You got to decipher.
What version of the Bible is that?
The parking lot prophet version #1.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah. Speaking of Snoop, when I stayed in California, I went to Ain't Nothing But a G-Thing Baby Baptist. Yeah. Yeah. So it was pretty real. I was like, Snoop, you taking an offering? He was like, hell yeah.
Now, when are you going to be deciding or figuring out who is opening for Snoop? Because I've got every rapper in 40-mile radius hitting me up going, well, I've sent him a press kit. He hasn't gotten back with me. And I always tell him. I always tell the ones that are on the up and up, I'm like, you need to go touch base with him. It would help if you go out and said hi and introduced yourself to him.
Yeah, we have to get approval on all the openers and all that good stuff, so we pass it on to, his management and, kind of let them kind of decide a little bit, and say yay or nay. So it's still waiting. Hopefully we figure it out pretty soon.
Well, that's cool.
Well, you can do like the rest of these sleazy promoters in the hip hop community and charge people to do it. That's what I do.
Pay to play?
It's American. It's not American. It's not American to do right by people. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows that. You're supposed to take advantage of people who are, less fortunate than you. That's what makes you American. I'm just saying. Don't judge me, Ryan. I'm just doing
silence on Ryan's end. That's right.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to agree verbally, and I understand, but in his heart, he's like, God, that Israel, he's on to something. He's right at least 106% of the time. It went up.
It went up.
I was so right the last time I had to give myself another percentage of correctness.
Now, Ryan, you've got I love that. you got the Roller Girls coming out there here in what? Almost 2 weeks, something like that. Ryan.
Hello.
We lost you. There you are.
So getting their season back underway. We got the night before we got Jackson Taylor, Outlaw himself, Jackson Taylor and the Sinners with Outlaws Inc. February 28th. So we got a busy rest of the month. I'm telling you, I'm not going to get any sleep. I got the cot pulled up, ready, waiting at work. Get a few hours of sleep, and then move on to the next show the next day.
Move on to the next one.
Well, since you just haven't been able to get Wilson Phillips like I've been asking.
There's feelers out there, man. I'm telling you, it's
feelers.
It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Wilson Phillips.
I won't hold your breath too long, but
yeah. So I was going to just say, if you can't get them, just try to get Donnie from the New Kids on the Block. If you get him, Donnie, yeah.
Donnie,
come on.
Why Donnie?
He's the coolest person ever. Duh, he had all the bitches.
Yeah, I was thinking Ace of Base.
Yeah, Ace of Base it was good. They were good, but I like the Crash Test Dummies. I still don't even. That song creeped me out. I'm gonna just tell you, Ryan. In the black community, we thought that song was an ode to the devil because we didn't know what he was saying. So in our community, if you don't understand it, it's automatically the devil.
Hey, that's the devil's work, right?
Yeah, it fit, and it was kind of creepy.
He's been a scapegoat over the years, right?
Yeah, you got to use what you can. If you don't have a race car, play the devil card. Just use what you got. Everybody's set of cards are different. I mean, yeah, I think white people should use the race card too. If I was white, it's just because I'm white, ain't it? Huh? You want to rob me, black man in the hood, just because I'm white? That's what I would say.
That's what you would say. Well, Ryan, looking forward to it. It kicks off Thursday, February 20th, Friday, February 21st, Saturday, and then Snoop. Good luck, and we will talk to you next Sunday amid all the Snoop craziness.
Hey, I heard
all right, man. I'll
coming back in June.
Update.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Ryan from the Cotillion. We're going to take another quick time out here. When we come back, Mr. Matt Neal in the building, or as they say, if I can be the unhip white guy, in the heezy for sheezy. And we will talk to Mr. Matt Neal about radio and all sorts of other shenanigans, and we'll get to our little African-American perv magnet back on the Skype here in a few moments. And
kick your ass.
She will kick my ass. We're back after this.
Noticed in the Wichita and Central Kansas scene, it's KansasHipHop.com. You can sell your music in the store.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Sell your music in the store on KansasHipHop.com.
Also, post your videos and have your audio heard by millions.
KansasHipHop.com.
Social promo as well using hashtags.
KansasHipHop.com.
Check out the KSHH Mobile Text Club. Stop sitting in front of the social media and hop on KansasHipHop.com. You've heard us play unsigned artists every single weekend on the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience on TalkRadioX.com and Radio Xenu and 50-plus stations across the U.S. and Canada. Now you can be our featured artist of the day. Send us an email, kjagradio@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/kjagradio, or find us online at kjagradio.com. You could be our next artist of the day. Submit your music, your bio, and your information today at kjagradio.com.
Are you out of work? Are you looking to make a lot of money on the internet from the comfort of your home? I have consistently made over $30,000 every month for the past 8 years. I have received daily $900 payments, $1,800 payments, $3,000 payments, and even $10,000 payments. It's fun, it's easy, and beginners are desperately needed right now. Sign up today at www.pcmteambuilder.com/Coupon Joe and make potentially $30,000 a month, just like I did. Again, the website address is www.pcmteambuilder.com/Coupon Joe.
The newest way to get heard, the newest way to get noticed in the Wichita and Central Kansas scene. It's KansasHipHop.com. You can sell your music in the store.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Sell your music in the store on KansasHipHop.com.
Also, post your videos and have your audio heard by millions.
KansasHipHop.com.
Social promo as well using hashtags.
KansasHipHop.com.
Check out the KSHH Mobile Text Club. Stop sitting in front of the social media and hop on KansasHipHop.com.
For real. I love it. It is officially hour number 2, even though we're 21 minutes in. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience, 2 to 4 Central, 3 to 5 Eastern, and 12 to 2 Pacific. JiggyJaguar.net. Live from the...
From your mama's house.
Well, from your mama's house. Okay. That's what we're referring to it as. Israel in the building.
What's up, bitches?
We've also got my main man, the radio legend himself, Matt Neal, in the building.
Definitely.
I said radio legend. He goes, what?
That's all you have to say when you're a legend. He didn't have to say that. He could have nodded. He could have nodded. It would have been great.
And we'll get our little perv magnet back on the line here. No, I'm the only one going to call her a perv.
Jiggy wake up every night with his ankles sweating, dreaming about Pam Grier. I don't know.
I wake up every night dreaming about Pam Grier.
With your ankle sweating. It's called black fever.
That's a good ass dream. There you go.
Jiggy never seen a black girl he didn't like.
Exactly. That's the way things are done.
That blow up doll he bought, it was ethnic.
Ethnic?
He bought the ethnic one. He was like, yeah, hey, can you give me the black blow up doll, please?
Oh my God.
She has the extra plastic in back.
And what a way for her to answer the Skype call to come into this conversation.
Jesus wept.
Yeah. The shortest verse in the Bible.
She just got to be glad she's on Skype and not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm on Skype and not on what?
And not sitting in here.
Not sitting in here.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot safer on Skype than it is.
It really is when you think about it.
You're sitting across from the big bad wolf. It is I, the big bad wolf.
Huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house in.
All of that. But I will be real gangster about it, though. Like, bitch, get down. I'm blowing everything up. On my mama.
Now, we've got Matt Neal with us. Matt is one of my good friends. I used to, he tolerated me when I worked at KSKU here in Hutchinson. And
I don't think you would quite call you guys friends, but whatever.
And he, of course, is from the highly successful, highly fantastically influential Matinee Rock show.
We need to bring it back.
We need to bring it back. And we're having those discussions, and I think we're going to make it happen.
Now, did the Cotillion you guys say that was Rock and Rick on those Snoop Dogg commercials?
Yes, Rock and Rick Regan.
Now, I don't know.
Mr. Country Music himself.
You know, I never saw this happen myself, but I have it on good authority that he used to, back when he was most influential in Wichita,
yes,
he would go into local Wichita restaurants, and then when the bill would come, he'd say, "Hey, Rock and Rick Regan, KKRD, or Kissing or whatever, appreciate you taking care of my dinner," and he'd walk out.
Oh my God, isn't that gangster?
He didn't ever eat in no soul food restaurants. I'll tell you that. Well, Rock and Rick, I'm about to rock your my head. That's what I'm a rock. Grab a rock so I can hit Rick.
Grab a rock so I can hit Rick. So, well, we've been playing that ad for a couple weeks, and the first time we played it, we're like, oh, okay, it's probably just some generic radio spot. You know, they send the script off. We all know the gimmick. And then today, Israel's like, that just sounds...
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, you can't describe Snoop like Snoop Dogg, the G.
I thought it was Snoop Lion, though. Did he...
I don't know. I can't keep up with it.
Seriously, I thought it was Snoop Lion.
He went back from being... Okay. He's now...
Let's just call him the Dog Lion.
So Snoop Dogg...
The Dog Lion?
Snoop Dogg is actually going to be at the Cotillion in Wichita.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now, Snoop, you know, I mean, Ryan was gracious enough to let him open up for me next weekend. So
there you go.
Yeah, so it's
very
nice.
I want to see that.
Snoop, I mean, I love you. I've been watching your career, and I want to help you get to the next level, and that's why I'll agree to let you open up for me.
That's how it is. Now, we've been having.
I wouldn't try though. I really wouldn't. You gotta know your limitations.
There you go. We've been having discussions. At least me and Mr. Matt Neal have been having discussions about potentially bringing back the Matinee Rock show. And as with that, Israel and his tag team partner over there on the couch. Is he awake yet? Is he back?
He is. You just cost us 2 words. You know he's on a 50-word contract. You just cost us 2 words.
Well, they're getting ready to do...
That's another 2.
They're getting ready to do a radio show.
Yeah. K-Jag Radio, of course, you know, and our show is the 316up.com radio show. We'll be highlighting independent talent from, you know, across Wichita, hip-hop, R&B, and then, you know, eventually I talked to the Joy Coughs, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to get them to host a rock show, and we're just trying to highlight people who are young and doing their thing and who are talented, and you know, help get people out there.
Now, of course, our and I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. She'll give me one of those looks, but our Skype perv magnet, well, we'll do that. She hosts a radio program as well.
Can I see her?
She's hot.
She's right here to pop up and walk around there.
Don't look at her in the eyes
Mr.
too
Neil?
long, though. You'll fall in love.
Don't look her in the eyes too long. You'll fall in love.
Everywhere.
Yes, very nice, as Allie G would say. Very nice.
All natural.
You get a thumbs up from the Blockstar artist. Look at that.
Give her 5.
You give her 5 thumbs up if you had 5 hands.
You know when you hear someone's voice and they don't sound like you expect them to sound?
Yeah.
She sounded exactly like I expected her to sound. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, it's like dog food. You never expect for it to taste good, but it smells that way.
I wasn't expecting that. I don't think that was on my mind. But.
Or something like that.
Damn it, we just counted him 2 more.
I know. That was like 3 or 4.
My dog was
Well,
it's made out of human food. It's just for dogs.
Since we've got Matt here, I want everybody to kind of just pick his brain for radio, because this is the guy that knows what's going on. I'll start it out. What is the most important thing that anybody that's getting ready to do radio, regardless, needs to have besides a game plan, which I've never had? So go.
I think the number one thing, I think there's 2 things. One, you got to be true to who you are. If you try to be somebody else, like say Rockin' Rick on that ad, honestly, if you try to be somebody you're not, people will pick it up and see a phony.
Yeah.
A mile away. I mean, I've tried to be somebody I'm not on radio, and it failed miserably, as it should have. So you got to be yourself. I think you got to be a good listener.
Yeah.
You got to be a really good listener. You got to, if you're going to have guests on your show, I think you've got to be a good listener. You got to listen to what people want. That's what I think. Anyway.
And I think people want Israel because
I want you on.
Because he's always right.
Hey, did you hear that? She just gave.
Was that?
Say it again. Oh, she's not going
to. He's always right.
As she shakes her head, no.
I'm rubbing off on you already. I really only have 2 rules in life, and rule number 1 is Israel's always right, and rule number 2 is when in doubt, refer to rule number 1.
Have you ever been married, Israel?
No, I have never been married.
That's why he still has that rule.
I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get married one day, and I'm gonna be a great husband because I only have 2 rules for her to follow.
Well, she's always right, and if you're always wondering, refer to rule number 1. So that's going to be a horrible.
They say,
"Hey, I tried those rules too. That's why I'm no longer married."
We never argue. Every time we argue, I just put up another one.
No, I mean you can't win an argument with a woman. That's why you don't argue with her. You just show her flashcards.
I thought he was actually going to go somewhere with this.
Huh? Not for you. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? I won't look you in the eye, though, but just tell me. Stop. No,
I want you to be exactly who you are.
Well, on my inner child is Tupac. Yeah, my inner child is a thug. I do thug shit like jaywalk.
So you're a Prince thug.
Yeah, but I'm only a part-time thug though, because I got to take care of my kids too. So I can't thug all the time. But when it's convenient, it's not about the quantity of thug that you are. It's about the quality of thug you are. So in the short span of time that I do thug out, I do like very thuggish things. Like, for that 3 seconds, hey, because I went to the.
Damn it, we cost him 2 more.
I went, and we could talk about this on your radio show. I went to the.
That's right.
I went to the mattress place and I just started ripping tags off. I was like, "This is a federal offense. I'm a thug out here." Like, yeah, power to the people. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
That don't count.
That was terrible.
I ripped up 5 cell circulars the other day. That's a federal offense.
5 what?
Cell circulars, ads, and
Like what?
you know what I mean? I'm a thug. Like the post office, I mean nothing to me. Yeah. Call the postmaster. I'm thugging out here. You know?
Kansas City
I
thug.
gotta say, in my 13 years when I was a cop, nobody ever called me about someone tearing the mattresses off the
Matt was.
That's because they scared of me. They know what'll happen to them if they snitch on me. I'll be at their house.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? And I'll be ripping their stuff up next. Nope, no macaroni 2 for $5 for you. None of that.
What's great is Matt goes from being a radio DJ to a cop back to a radio DJ. So what was the?
You should just do both. You should.
I tried doing both.
Bust people on the radio. You know what I mean?
Radio confessions with Matt Neal.
You have the right to shut up and listen to my show. Any calling that you no, that won't go. That won't go.
Get somebody to call in and confess to something.
I'm gonna need you to keep trying.
I seen on World's Dumbest Criminal with this guy. He was talking to somebody on his house phone, but his cell phone pocket dialed the police, and he tells them, "I'm the biggest pill manufacturer in the Oklahoma City
Oh my God!
town. Yeah, man, meet me over here." And sure enough, they go find all these pills on him. I was like,
man, my rookie year. This was back when we had VHS tapes. You remember Dylan's there on 4th? You remember when they had that Dropbox for the video?
Yes.
My rookie year on Christmas Eve, this guy goes over there, and there's fresh snow on the ground. Decides he wants to give his family movies for Christmas. So he breaks into the tape dispenser, the tape room, in the parking lot, steals 75 cassette tapes, walks back to his house, which is a block away on 4th Street, puts tapes in the car and in the house. Well, there's fresh footprints.
So you just followed.
So he thinks about it. He's like, oh, crap, I left footprints. So he walks back down with a shovel, drags the shovel all the way back to cover up his footprints. So now we got fresh tracks in the snow. And we caught up to him later. I mean, it leads right from the video box to his house. He goes, how did you guys find me?
You know what I'd have told him? Like, you remember that sticker on the tape that says, "Please be kind and rewind"? You didn't rewind, and we know it, and that's why we're here.
He was convinced he'd pull off the crime in the set.
I hope that wasn't in Kansas.
It was here in Hutch.
It was here in Hutch.
That was a guy. Like, I seen this guy. He robs this convenience store. He leaves his car running, but he locked the door when he got out. So he goes in and he robs the store, and he comes back and his car door's locked. I was like, yeah, go figures. See, me, I'm such a thug. I just have people do it for me. I got like 4 or 5 Girl Scouts on my payroll. Like right now, we funneling money from cookies, shortbreads, Thin Mints. I'm getting 20% of all that.
Peanut butter patties.
Peanut butter patties.
Hey, you got some of those?
Hey, I got some Girl Scout cookies waiting at my house.
Look at that.
Girl Scout cookies. Let me make sure.
Oh.
That could sound bad.
Yeah.
I got Girl Scouts at the house now. Yeah, that could look kind of bad.
Sounds really bad.
Want to tell us something, G?
I thought about following up.
What is the most what is the most fun thing that you do about radio?
About radio, just being able to be a jackass and get. I mean, and I don't mean like being rude to people, but just being able to have fun, cut up on the air. To me, the most.
I
fun
never
thing
do that.
Is doing is doing like doing bits where you make fun of something popular. You know, like doing a Bill Clinton phone call, or something like that. Doing a celebrity impersonation, or the other to me is interviewing guests. I love interviewing guests. I love.
Who used to do the Bill Clinton and some of those? That was you.
I did most of our voices.
So A-Rock did no impressions.
He did some of them.
He just made fun of Lucky.
He did. He made fun of Lucky perfectly. He also did.
Wham!
My jokes are only funny to me, so.
And you know, I make fun of Clinton, but I'd love to have a beer with Bill Clinton.
Yeah, because he
would be
cool.
a fun guy to hang out with, and he would get you laid. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, man. Impeached too.
Well, yeah.
But lucky for you,
he'd get you high and he'd get you laid. It'd be a hell of a time.
Well, he only joined politics because he heard they had parties and he loves the party. Duh, everyone knows
he'd
that.
have the weed and the hookers. So. Oh hell, who's gonna bust me? I was the president.
That's right.
Hell, I got this weed from Hillary.
We're gonna do some blow off this hooker's chest. Come on, man.
Wow.
I'm just going to say that I'm a Christian and I don't necessarily agree or disagree with what's being said, but it's funny shit.
Now, I'm probably one of the few cops. I don't know. I can't speak for all. I'm probably one of the few cops, and I'm not a cop anymore. I'm an ex-cop. That thinks that I'm all for, and I'm not kidding, I'm all for marijuana being legal.
Amen.
I think it's a waste of our time.
Notice he said he's an ex-cop.
Yeah.
What? I didn't hear that.
And
he said that he was absolutely unequivocally for the legalization of marijuana.
I mean, it's a waste. I just think
he's
it's a
a
waste.
former cop. Don't you look at that screen like that.
No, I agree.
I think it's
hey, man, I knew it was something about you I liked.
I think it's a waste of our time. I think it's a waste of our resource. I think we're putting people in jail that don't need to be in jail.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And once you put somebody in prison, they're going to become they're
better
just
criminal.
going to become tougher. They're going to be a better criminal.
A better criminal.
If I was a cop, I wouldn't want to send a skinny 18-year-old kid to prison for marijuana because when he gets out, he's going to be a husky 20-year-old who's pissed off.
And is marijuana really? I mean, it's not hurting anybody.
I think that our foreign dignitaries should be required to smoke a blunt before doing.
She says it's better than alcohol.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, come on, like if we sit there and talk to Russia and got high, we'd be like, well, what the fuck is a nuke anyway?
Now wait a minute. I guarantee you.
How does that even work? I don't know about nuclear fission, B. I don't want to blow you up. Y'all got good soil in Russia.
It sounds like he does that very well, doesn't he?
I guarantee you. Oh, go ahead.
I had just heard. I don't really know.
She said that it sounds like you do that very well.
Well, maybe.
I'm telling you right now, I guarantee Clinton had to be high a few times.
Man, you would need to get high to be the president. You know how much bullshit they bring you from the. They bring you a briefing as soon as you wake up. Like when I wake up in the morning, you know what I want to do? I want to eat cereal, and I want to. What'd you say?
You are not the president.
I feel like it though. But I want to, eat cereal on my Sports Center. I want to know who got beat on Sports Center last year. Not, who cares about third world people getting blown up? They're not in America. Who cares? It doesn't matter to me.
Oh, God.
Is the mall still open? Yes. Is Starbucks open? Yes.
The mall's still open in Wichita. I don't know about our mall here.
You guys need strippers in the mall. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but the quality of strippers in Hutchinson, I hate to say it.
Have a stripper kiosk.
You know what I mean?
I like that. A stripper kiosk.
And as long as they got 5 teeth, they're good to go.
How about strippers and potatoes? I like it.
I'm just saying that it's a tough job, being president, because I'm sure you got to act like you care about a whole bunch of shit that you don't. You know what I mean? And I'm not a person who could really fake that well. And like you got these foreign dignitaries, and everybody want to show you how smart they are. First, I'd be pissed off because I just paid $5,000 for this plate of food when I could have got Popeyes for $6. Okay, then I got.
Hey, if you're the president though, you get a 24-hour kitchen. They get the president gets room service 24 hours, whatever, and as he should.
Wow.
So I'd be okay with that part.
Yeah.
You can call down at 3 in the morning and order whatever you want.
And I hope I don't offend anyone, but I mean, as president, you probably gonna need some head. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Glad I didn't hear that.
It's a lot of reading. That's all I'm gonna say. It's stressful on you. Sometimes you just need the little,
Strippers in the kiosk.
Definitely. Like I would watch a presidential address if he was walked out by strippers from the kiosk. You know what I mean? Like, dun, 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 big booty house, jump with it. You know what I'm saying? You like, oh, see this jumping. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
hey, we can get Rock and Rick to
narrate it. We need Snoop to narrate it.
That's
Snoop
true, yeah, we do.
Like, for this fiscal year, fool, we getting this brizzad. You dig? You be like, hell yeah, I kind of be doing good. Snoop said so.
I don't do impressions at all, sorry.
You say what?
I don't know any impressions or do them at all. Y'all got too up on me.
Nah, I don't either, but I'm just saying that.
That was pretty good.
I just think that we just need to be honest about shit, and I'm always stressing honesty. You know what I mean? Like, when you're high, you're too high to be racist. You don't care.
I think people are afraid to be honest about stuff like, marijuana. Many people are afraid to be honest about it.
Yes, it's my friend.
And you know what? I mean, we've seen this happen in the NFL recently. How many players come out and say, hey, they use it for pain relief? And I'm telling you,
too.
I don't see how it's any worse than alcohol.
Is it? I mean,
we got a phone call. Let's go to the phones and see what we got here. Hey, you're live on the air. Who is this?
This is Jeeves.
Sir Jeeves, first night of the Empire on the telephone.
What's up, sir? We were just talking about medical marijuana and why Jesus wants you to have it. What do you think?
Well, it is a natural herb, so I can see that being a possibility.
Now, we all want to be closer to God, right? And God is in heaven, which is in the sky. So if you're high, then you're closer to God. I don't see why people can't make that correlation. Why it's so hard? I don't see why it's so hard for everybody to understand. It's real basic to me.
I'm going to hire Israel to write a card for me next time when it's my girlfriend's birthday.
I've been thinking about
some of this shit.
I've been thinking about offer my services on Fiverr. Like for $5, I will cuss anybody out that you know. Like just for $5.
A cussing telegram. I like it.
You say you need me?
Yeah, I need you on
I do baby daddies. I do bar mitzvahs. I do christenings. You know what I mean? I do judges. Just send me the name and I'll cuss them out real.
In-laws?
Huh?
In-laws?
Oh, I'm great at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use bitch in about 6 different contexts. I'm just saying.
Spanish?
I could use the word bitch in like 6 different contexts.
So you'd be like a cussing telegram.
Yeah, basically, but you know,
could you do it in different languages? Spanish, German, Italian. Could you do these?
I've been working on doing it in my Bane voice, but it's not
Bane voice?
Yeah, Bane from Batman. He's my favorite guy.
Oh, Bane. I thought you said Bang.
No, Bane from Batman.
Bane, yeah.
He's the hardest guy ever.
Yeah, I didn't like Bane though. I mean, I like the villain, but
all right, I'm done with this show.
Here's my problem with Bane though. I mean,
Bane would kill you if he heard you say that.
Yeah, I know.
But go ahead, disrespect
Every Batman, I mean, the guy walks around
Bane.
wearing a fucking mask. I mean, I'm sorry. The cops in Gotham are dumbasses because he can't be that hard to find. He's wearing a giant fucking gas mask.
No, he's hard because they asked him, said, what'll happen if you take off your mask? He said, it'll be very, very painful.
Yes, he did.
For you. He was a gangster. Like, you just don't understand.
You could not understand a conversation between him and Batman, though. I mean, you
I
do Bane.
did.
Yeah, you do Bane. You do Bane.
Okay. He said, you gonna be Batman?
I'll be Batman.
Okay. Which scene we
Here
doing?
we go.
Which scene we doing?
Dramatization of Matt Neal as Batman, and Bane will be played by Israel.
When the cage closes on him, you made a big mistake.
Save the pleasantries, Batman.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
He said, I was born in the dark. You adapted to it. By the time I seen the light of day, I was a grown man.
I gotta be honest.
It was nothing more than
what you're saying right now.
I wonder what would break first, your spirit or your body, Batman.
Yeah, try to understand.
That was a
the
hard line. Like,
conversation.
if somebody said that to you, man, when somebody said that to you, I wonder what would break first, your heart or your body. I'd be scared. What about
I
you?
would too.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
But what kind
a sweat? I might break a sweat first.
What kind of police force sends every officer down underground at once? I mean, that's just stupid.
It's Gotham.
I mean, the Gotham police are so stupid.
If you are going after Bane, you better take your best.
I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
That's a good point.
And Bane, he did it all for love.
You think Bane got high? You think Bane smoked marijuana?
I think he did have he had a vaporizer.
He had to have some marijuana going in there. I bet.
It probably hot as shit under that mask.
Because I'm sure that they say from what that mask was like all painkiller shit. So
yeah, probably so. I mean, he was just.
How did he eat?
How did he eat?
I could tell you, but you really don't want to know. It'd be very, very painful.
I really want to know how Bane ate.
For you.
I didn't see the movie, so.
You haven't seen the movie?
Yes.
Oh, the movie's great.
You definitely got to watch it, then we'll talk about it, because then you'll understand.
Is that an invitation?
Huh?
Are you inviting me to the movies?
I absolutely am.
But wait a minute, we just had Batman, or we just had The Dark Knight Rises 2 years ago. Now they're doing this reboot with Ben Affleck and the new Superman.
Oh yeah, Ben Affleck. Matt Neal does not want Ben Affleck to be.
Hell no, that's gonna be awful. I mean,
Ben Affleck should play Greg Louganis in Swim for Glory.
that's already been done.
Oh.
What was that guy from Saved by the Bell that played
Slater?
He played Greg Louganis. Yeah,
that's right.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
What's that guy's name?
Who was the most interesting person you've interviewed on your show?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Mario Lopez. Thank you. Sorry.
You got his poster at the house.
I just.
Besides me.
You caught me off guard there. Who's the most interesting person? Well, it would have been Jiggy had he did my show the other day.
He didn't show up?
I had some phone issues.
During Black History Month, too? Suspicious to me. Suspicious to me. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm trying to think who is the most interesting. I would have to say Ida Hogan.
Who is that?
He's the CEO of Ideal Media.
Never heard of him. Does he rap? Does he smoke reefer?
I suppose. I don't know him that
Does he have a sex tape? These are good questions you got to
That would be R.
ask.
Kelly. No.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. What artists have you interviewed?
I've not interviewed any artists per se. Well, I guess I interviewed an actress. My show is totally social media based. She's an actress, Natasha Young. She was on General Hospital.
Was that the same Natasha Young from Natasha Does New Orleans? Or no?
I would not know.
What's the name of your show?
Clue.
Well, what? Go ahead and plug the show while we're talking about it. Name of the show, all that.
Cool beans. Well, my show is Socially Yours. It's SOULCIALLY.
That's dope.
Yeah, of course. Socially Yours. And the name of my business is Social Media Evolutions. SOULCIAL. And basically, I just interview industry experts in all things social media, PR, media, you name it. Be it they famous or not. Natasha's pretty famous, and but she does social media. That's how she got known. So she teaches other actors and actresses how to use social media to get work.
Have you ever interviewed any social media thugs?
No, you would be no.
I'd be the first.
I'm scared.
I'm like a Twitter thug for real. Like,
what's a Twitter thug? I mean,
yeah.
What is a Twitter thug?
You know how many people I bully? I just wait till people say something, and like I want it to be good. Like, I had a great day. My life is great, and I say the meanest things I can to them because it makes me feel good about myself to belittle other people. But I can be honest about it, huh?
Let's all tweet him right now. Speaking of Twitter, you can reach me at Socially Yours or The Only J. JATHEONLYJA.
Slow down. I'm high. I can't think that fast.
Yeah, that's not my problem. NMP.
I'm not high, but I'm still having a hard time.
See? Thank you.
I'm actually, you know what? Every time I bring up what I feel about marijuana, everybody assumes. Honestly, I've never smoked dope in my life.
Oh yeah.
See, time out,
I've never smoked. I don't drink. I'm not.
He called it dope. That's a problem. We don't. Dope is.
That's what cops call it. We call it dope.
That's Lord, I've never smoked dope in my life, but I've smoked a lot of marijuana. I just want you to be careful because you go in the hood talk about it.
I've never smoked marijuana. I've never smoked marijuana. I've never smoked anything.
I could tell because you call it marijuana. I mean, that was.
I was to say I've never done it either. I'm curious though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm coming down to Fort Worth next week. Me, you, movie, marijuana, all of that.
You're gonna take her to see Batman.
Batman.
You're gonna take her and get her high.
I'm scared to see
then
Batman.
You're gonna.
I had a nightmare about Bane though that he was chasing me, but that's a whole different story. But
wait a minute, I think we need to explore. That might explain his fast.
You know, what I'm thinking here is forget about A-Rock. We just need to do the Matt Neal Israel.
I like it.
Man, I'm with whatever.
I like it.
I got pulled over.
I'd never get a word in though.
Maybe you're probably right. I mean, but the good thing about it is that the accuracy of our show will be impeccable because I'm pretty much never wrong.
See, there we go.
So
there's no need for me to do it then, right? Since you do everything.
Well,
yes, it is.
Don't look at me like that. Stop that. That's not fair. That's my weakness. That's the one thug weakness is a pretty smile. So I gotta ignore you right now so I can focus on that.
Oh, you will on YouTube.
So we're riding in the car one time, and I swear I'm with my friend, and his ethnicity is important to the story because he's white. So we get pulled over by a cop, and they get to say shit to cops that black people would never dare say. Okay. So he pulls us over. He's like, "What? What do you want?" I was shocked right then.
What do you want?
Yeah, he said, "What? What do you want?" I was like, "You can do that." So the cop said, "Sir, calm down." I'm calm. You were speeding. I wasn't speeding. Look, don't you have something better to do with your time? I was like, "Stop, please. You're riding with a black guy. We're both going to jail, right?" So he's like, "No, don't worry about it. I got it." So it's like, okay, I'm going to shut the fuck up. So the cop brings him his ticket, and he snatches the ticket from the cop's hand. He's like, "Why don't you get a respectable job, something your mother could be proud of, like a drug dealer or something?"
Wow.
And he actually let us go.
I would have written that guy every fucking
And he let us go, so I cussed him out for almost getting me sent to the penitentiary. But the moral of that story is that there isn't one. but it was just funny.
There isn't one.
I will say this: when I was a cop, 9 times out of 10, the way somebody talked to me when I pulled them over determined whether they were going to get a ticket. And here's why: if they were nice, like, man, I screwed up, or I didn't mean, and they were honest, then I thought, okay, me pulling them over, that's going to be warning enough. They don't need a ticket. But if they were a jackass and then I'm like, okay, they need a ticket to be reminded to slow down.
Right.
I pulled a guy over at the roundabout here in town.
Oh yeah.
I pulled him over there one day, and I was
That was
just
a
going to
hookers
give him a
hangout?
warning. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was there.
Oh, okay.
And, I was just going to give him a warning. I pulled him over. He almost hit me on the roundabout, and I pulled him over and I said, "Hey."
You fucking up if you almost hit a cop. I'm just saying. Like, well, did you not see the lights of the decals? I mean, what?
I said, "You failed to yield the right of way." I said, "You know that roundabout, you got to stop." And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, hey. Thanks for telling me what yield means. I didn't know what that big sign means. Thanks for wasting my day for my time to tell me that." And he goes, "I'm in a hurry." I said, "I'll be right back." So I went back and I took 30 minutes to write him one fucking ticket because he was such a jackass.
Matt, now.
He just said, "Hey, I'm sorry, man. That was. You know what? You're right. I was wrong. I would have given him a warning. And he would have been on his way."
It's hard for me to believe that an officer would, abuse his privileges.
But that's not abusing my privilege. That's knowing that he has to get a ticket to slow down so he doesn't hit somebody and hurt somebody.
Sometimes there's this thing called natural selection, and people just need to be murdered. So
what was the deal you brought up a couple weeks ago? Reverse abortion or something? Or?
Yeah, I think we need to have late term abortions, just like 30 years old. Like you can't murder them, but if you can late term abort them, then fine.
That's gonna be the next hot topic in the election.
I think I should run for president because I would just say the realest shit ever.
Can I be your press secretary?
Absolutely. My campaign is gonna be pretty simple. Look, guys.
Is it true that he said this?
Is there actually a case out there about a guy tricking his girlfriend into taking the morning after pill because he didn't want any kids?
Oh my God, that's sick.
Wow.
I think there is a case. I'm sorry, I'm always in the news.
No, it's okay.
There is a case out there about that, and she's suing him, or something like that. I didn't read all of it because I thought it was ridiculous.
Well, I mean that's
low.
Well, yeah, this girl tricked me into having sex with her, and we had 2 kids together, so that's the opposite. So I'm sure it happens.
Oh shit! I gotta. Speaking of which, I gotta go pick up my son here. 5 minutes.
Yeah. So, how did you get started in radio, Matt?
I was 17 years old and always wanted to be in radio, and they finally gave me a shot at the radio station. Was when actually the funny thing is here, Alex, who A-Rock,
yes,
show with me. When I got started in radio, he had just been fired from KSKU because he got arrested at work for not paying his parking tickets, and he had marijuana on him when he got arrested. So they fired him. I got hired to take because they needed somebody else to help. That's how I got my start. So
marijuana helped
did the show with
marijuana helped you get a spot.
No wonder I like it. And then and of course they hired him back because you know how everybody at KSK gets hired.
Everybody gets hired back, but this guy.
So when they hired Alex back, and eventually,
that's because Jiggy was broadcasting with no bottoms on.
That's how I got started in radio. Doing the night shift.
That's right.
Overnights.
That's right. Me and old Hot Rod Stoll. It was Hot Rod Stoll, but it was me.
Hot Rod, who goes back and pisses all over the toilet. Because do you remember when that would happen? You
would
go in and there was piss all over the toilet and the bathroom after Rodney would be in there. It was disgusting.
What's wrong with that? I mean, that's just job security for janitors.
No, you don't
I think he's doing a favor.
I didn't believe in janitors. Janitors were also the DJs. And the night shift guy, part of my job was to clean the station. It sucked. That part sucked. But I was so happy to be on the radio. I had no problem with it.
Yeah.
And then there's
I blackmailed Jiggy to get on here.
And then I do play-by-play for a station over in Wichita for football and basketball. So that's how I got it.
Okay. And what made you want to start your own radio show?
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, see, I don't ever know when y'all.
We just.
I didn't want to call you some cliche name like Honey or Dear.
Thank you. I appreciate
I want to respect your femininity. Boo. Our Valentine said boo thing. So,
You're so silly.
so how'd you start your show, Boo Thing?
Listen here, Shotty.
Ooh, I love it. Hey, tail up.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta pick up my son.
I actually was.
No problem, Matt. Before we get into you, no.
Hey, don't interrupt the black girl.
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
Multicultural girl. I'm sorry.
I'll be all that.
Well, you go ahead and continue and do your thing. I'm going to see Matt out, and I will.
Thanks, guys.
Keep talking.
I'm listening.
But I was saying that actually my mentor kind of coerced me into it. I had been wanting to do it for a while, but like anything else, something that's new and foreign to you, kind of scared to do it.
Right.
So finally, I just kind of did it, and so I'm doing it.
That reminds me of like the first time I was going to do a drive-by. I was kind of scared to do it, but I had to work up the nerve somehow. I was like, I got to keep this thug alive. You know what I mean?
Thug alive.
So I just popped in my DMX
Street cred.
tape.
Can't lose your street cred, right?
Yeah, but what happened was I didn't actually do it that time because I had finals that week, so I had to study. But
finals?
I in between my thugging
You
time.
studied?
I studied.
A thug studies?
That's why I said I'm a part-time thug.
Oh, okay. That's
when I wasn't studying, I was thugging. And when I couldn't actually make it to the street, I just played Grand Theft Auto to get my online thug on. You know what I'm talking about?
I've actually played that game, and I don't like it.
Why not? Why don't you like it?
It's, oh my goodness. I was standing there trying to get in my car, minding my own business, and somebody shot me.
But the good thing is you can just restart the game.
I know.
That's right.
Then the hookers, and I'm just like, oh my God.
They find it offensive that you call them hookers. They prefer.
Okay, what would you like to be called?
Ladies of leisure.
Oh my God. Streetwalkers, says Valentine.
Hookers are people too.
Hookers are people too, baby.
Ladies of
There it
leisure.
is.
Yeah, ladies of the night. Ladies of leisure.
Next time.
If it was slavery, they might call them a bed warmer. Hey, ye belly warmer. That's a whole different show. I think, huh?
I don't even know what to say.
I know you probably like, what did I get myself into coming in on the show today?
I will get jiggy later.
It won't help.
Hey, that's fine. I will if she wants to come get me, as they say. That's awesome. I will be.
He's like, I'm all up for getting got.
I believe. What is it? I'm
stuttering.
I'm down with the brown. Is that what it is? I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter.
You down with the brown?
That's right.
Yeah, he definitely is. I can tell you.
I've already been warned about Jiggy.
Yeah? What was the warning?
Before I even met him.
What was the warning?
To say he likes sisters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better sisters than brothers. I'd be worried about it.
Well, hey, I'm not judging nobody. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
That reminds me of my rant of the week.
Okay.
Here we go. Get to tune in for my rant of the week. My rant of the week is something that a lot of people are scared to talk about today, and that's homosexuality. But I'm going to talk about it. Look, this is the thing. This football player, Sam, who comes out from Missouri. First of all, nobody even heard of you before you came out. So you're more known for being a homosexual than you are for being a football player. That's problem number one. Problem number two is who else gets all this congratulations and tweets and endorsements for coming out about their sexuality? When I was like, hey, I'm a straight man who loves black women with big butts, nobody gave me no endorsements. You know what I'm saying? Like, your own
You didn't get a Nike deal.
You know what I mean? If I thought that was going to give me a Nike deal, I'd have been came out and said it. But nobody has a problem with him being homosexual. That's your own private thing. I think that my problem is that people want and expect for other people who may not agree with it for whatever grounds to publicly okay it. And that's my problem. Just as much as a person has a right to live a gay lifestyle and be gay, someone has the right to say, I disagree with it and I don't want to live that way. But now if you say that, you'll be ostracized. Oh, you're homophobic. No, that's not homophobic. You know what I mean? Like, and that brings me to my next point. This guy says to me, are you homophobic? And I said, I might be. He says, He says, you're just scared that you're gay. So I said, okay, if you're arachnophobic, that means that you're scared of spiders, right? If you're claustrophobic, that means you're scared of tight spaces, right? In any of those examples, you're not scared that you might be a tight space. You're not scared that you might be a spider. Yes. So why is it with homophobia that you're scared that you might be the thing and not of the thing? That's because people don't think for themselves. Choose whatever lifestyle you want to live. We're fine by that, but don't try to force it on other people. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if your uncle smoked crack, he asked you for $10 and you know he smoked crack.
Your uncle smokes crack.
You know what I mean? You're not going to give him, he can't be mad at you if you don't want to give him $10 to smoke crack. You know what I mean? And that's my whole thing about it. Gay people, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with people. That's your sexual preference. And no one, straight or gay, should get any special treatment based upon their sexuality. If you really truly wanted to be treated equal, you wouldn't want people to give you special treatment based upon your sexuality. That's my point, and that's my rant of the week. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Well, Skype seems to have lost the call.
Oh, shit. They didn't like what I was saying. It's Illuminati. I know it.
It's Illuminati. I know
they listening to the show, Jiggy.
Well, we're going to do this. We've got a local artist in studio.
Jay here.
And we're going to do this. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we are going to have Israel and his tag team partner over there, 50 Words or Less. That's what I think we'll start calling it.
I think we understand.
I think we got about 2 left.
Wait till his segment.
Son of a bitch. We're going to take a timeout. We come back. We've got more here on the Big Broadcast. April 27th, Wichita, Kansas. Get ready. The world-famous Jiggy Jaguar Experience is going to be broadcasting live as live can get at 101 North Rock Island in Wichita, Kansas. Get more information at jiggyjaguar.net. Also, kjagradio.com. We will be broadcasting live as live can get. Lots more details coming soon. A huge live broadcast of the Jiggy Jaguar Experience 427 in Rock Island in Wichita.
Chevelle returns live in support of La Gargola. Their new album in stores April 1st. April 15th, The Cotillion. Doors open at 7.